Hi, James. Hi, Jason. Commiserations on that. It was a very tough fought battle. James, you must have liked the tenacity and determination of your side that just played, like that, nothing to lose out there and just, came up short just towards the very end.
Yeah, value effort from the boys. I was just telling them, can't really fault that. Like 69, 67 with 5 minutes left in the fourth, we're up. We get the offensive rebound. I think Illy steals it or tips it, goes down to the other end, scores the layup, and that kind of got them their energy and their juice. But throughout the course of the game, we just fought, we just played for each other, we did the right things. Credit to the assistant coaches and the team, playing the zone and making them hesitate a little bit. But yeah, obviously when you lose like that, another one, it hurts. But yeah, I can't fault what we did on the floor tonight. Absolutely not.
You played undermanned and under strength today. Did you feel like fatigue got the better of you towards the end there with your side?
Well, first thing, Jack, Salt, Dang. Credit to them for playing through the sickness they have. Yeah, and then some of the other guys, Tom, Dane, Slim, are all back home sick. Isaiah, Pink Guy. Yeah, there's quite a couple guys down, but in saying that, we're playing the top team of the ladder right now, and they're going to make their runs. They're going to do what they do, but like a ball bouncing here or there, a couple open threes that we missed. Like it's basketball. It's basketball, and I think we were just a little bit unlucky, but. Yeah, it's just something that we have to swallow and then move on and try to prepare ourselves for our last game of the season against Cairns.
Jason, you put it all out there tonight. You guys really tried hard. Excuse me, sorry. Do you're proud of the effort of the boys? There's one game left, but you're still continuing to battle in every single game.
Yeah. Tonight was the perfect game for a team to roll in, get done by 30 against a top team and just walk off, and to roll out and kind of just come out and say, right, we're going to play as hard as we can and see what happens. People don't see a lot behind the scenes, and so we trained with 5 or 6. We didn't know how many people were travelling. We kind of just got down here, weren't sure who was playing. A few guys got it overnight. It just was, it was a mess, and so to kind of put that aside and come out and play against them and get after them and push them right to what I think it was, we were up with 1 with maybe 4 minutes to go. It was a good effort, and it's disappointing to lose, but you can't help but feel proud about how everyone fought and really just put their best foot forward at trying to get a W on the road in a fun place to play.
Go for it, Mick.
Coach, obviously never happy with a loss, but you'd have to be pretty pleased with the effort from the fella next to you, Lamar and Strimick.
Yes, I mean, as I said, that it's it's frustrating in the sense that we've had a lot of these situations happen through the course of the season. I probably have never been in my time in Europe and Asia, and now here in Australia, probably never gone through so many different obstacles. In saying that, these guys have never quit. They have never stopped playing. They come into practice. They wanted to try to win this game and send us off in the right way and have our fans and our members proud of what we're trying to accomplish here. Jace, as one of our leaders, and then Drim and LP, who've been here for a while, and Robo coming back from the knee injury he's had. Like, there's just so many things to be proud of, I would say. But ultimately, there's a winner and there's a loser, and we came up on the wrong end of the stick tonight.
I wanted to ask you a little bit about your season. I mean, obviously you lost Sobes and Harrison, and I guess today kind of tops it off with all these guys out with the flu. I know you've got one more game to go, but are you sort of keen to, I guess, look ahead a little bit and retool and hopefully get a clean run at it next year?
I would love to get a clean run. I mean, at the beginning of the season, I said, the teams that play defense and the teams that are healthy throughout the course of the season are probably going to be fighting for, finals and championships. And I would say those teams that are doing that right now, they've probably been the most healthiest throughout the course of the season. Not to make any excuses, but we've just had a plethora of different situations come through our team, and it's professional sports. You just got to be able to deal with it, and next man steps up, and hopefully they're able to give us a boost. But losing Sobes, obviously top 3 MVP getter previous year, and Ty, our starting 5-man, and like all those things affect us. But we have obviously one eye on next season and trying to build out what I think will help us compete and try to make finals. But as we have one more game against Cairns left, and that's our focus moving forward.
Jason, can you talk a little bit about that first quarter? I mean, depleted bench, and it just seemed so up and down. Like, it's probably one of the quickest first quarters I've seen. I think there was about 45 shot attempts, and I found it really interesting. A little bit of ISO ball at your end, where sort of you got going and then Boom got going. Was that a bit of fun?
Yeah, I was gassed. I'm glad it looked as fast as it felt. It's one of those things, right? Like you're playing the best, one of the best top team, top 2, whatever they are at the moment. You roll into their place. They need to win to stay on top. As I said, like we didn't know. Like yesterday, I think we were going to the plane with 6 players, and then Jack ends up showing up at the airport, and then overnight, Deng sick as well. Like like the last 24 hours, 48 hours have been a mess. So a little bit before we ran out, I said, fellas, we have nothing to lose. No one expects us to win. Everyone's been sick or whatever's going on. Like, let's just have some fun and play some basketball and see where it gets us. And we made some shots, which helps, and then we got up and down and kind of we were having fun. And so sometimes when you do that and the shackles come off a little bit, it can be a nice, fun way to play. And it's a shame we just, I said at the end, I think I was like, it'd be nice to have Sobes and Ty here, our 2 starters, when we're battling away with the top team, 1-point game with 5 minutes to go, and you just look around and think, imagine having those 2 on the court right now, and especially Sobes and the impact he has in games.
Go ahead, Chris.
Jace, just one for you. It's an interesting way to finish the season now. You've got a week in between for this one last game up in Cairns against a team that's also playing their last game of the season and in a similar position to what you're in. From your point of view, what do you hope to see in that game that would, I guess, make you happy on Saturday night? What do you hope to get out of it?
A win. We haven't beat Cairns this year. They're our bogey team. But
Yeah, go ahead. You got it, Chase.
I think, like, as a collective, I'm here next year. Right now, it's only me and Tyrell signed, so there's an element of a whole heap of different things. But I've always been a big believer, even if you're leaving next year or whatever, you want to leave on the right note. You never know what can happen next season. You never know who's around, what's around. So as a group, we really get along off the court. So I just want to see everyone out there having fun and playing basketball, and hopefully a win to finish season be the ultimate goal. But you just want to see everyone playing hard and really putting their best foot forward, because people, at the end of the day, this is people's livelihoods. So one game, whether it means nothing or not, people will say to a standings point of view, it means a lot to people who are off contract, and it means a lot to me as I'm trying to get the Bullets back to a place where we think we can push and compete for titles. And this year hasn't worked out that way. And as a collective now, it's about, as JD said, finishing off on the right note, and then how do we get better? How can we be a Melbourne? How can we be a Sydney on top of the ladder next year and being in that spot where we're getting ready to play finals?
Go ahead, Fraser.
Just last one, James. As Jason said, you haven't beaten Cairns this year. How good would it be to get one over them and spread it out a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, of course, it'd feel amazing to do that. Right now, I'm actually just kind of decompressing from the situation that we have here. They're one of the teams that we haven't beaten this year, so it'd be nice to just, try to get on their floor and walk away with a W. But I would say at the same time that if we have this type of effort and commitment to playing for each other and being active defensively, and like you could just feel it within our group the last couple of games. It's just been some good basketball, and if we can do that or put ourselves in a position with all the activity that we're doing to win a basketball game, I'll be satisfied with that. If we walk out of there with a win, I'd be extremely happy. Extremely happy.
Any final questions? We're all good. Thanks.